Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It is 1:10 p.m. here in Augusta, Georgia. And I hope you guys are having a nice and lovely weekend. Okay. I missed a couple of days. I have been running my husband around back and forth to the doctors and taking care of family and trying to clean up the house. So I do apologize for not being on here Thursday and Friday. But I hope that you guys are doing good. You guys let me know how you're feeling, how you are. If you got plans for the weekends. I come up here to spill the tea. Guys, I really do this because of my husband. For a whole year, he went through so much pain and torment through his body. And he's just now being diagnosed with having neuropathy. And he still has to go see the neurologist just to see what kind of damage and what kind of neuropathy it is because there are different kinds. Um, so we need to be careful what we put in our bodies. We especially need to be careful of what we let the doctors put in our bodies because my husband had to let his doctor know, that this medication was making him feel dizzy, drowsy, um, shortness of breath, and you just don't keep putting something in your body that's making you feel that way. So to me, it's important to let you guys know what's going on in the world with these recalls, with these prescription drugs, with these vitamins, the water bottles. It's important um, to fight for your health or have someone advocate for you um, because he could have lost his life. And again, it's been a whole year. He went from 210 pounds to 187 when he was hospitalized, and that was in June of last year. And he's just now getting diagnosed. So you guys be careful. So, Family Dollars is being sued and is in a lawsuit. We're going to dive right into what's going on. I will be coming on here later on this afternoon to give you some of the tea and the gossip. I know you guys have had to have heard what's going on with Trump, saying the N word. And now he's asking people, would you rather prefer a white president or a black one? I mean, that's just, getting out of hand. But let's dive in, right? This is Family Dollar knowingly sold unsafe over the counter drugs to customers. And this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is coming from the Queen City News. Charlotte based Family Dollar knowingly sold unsafe drugs to customers, according to a lawsuit filed Friday with the United States District Court of Southern Florida. The lawsuit states that the company abused and exploited the trust of its customers by unlawfully selling tens of millions of dollars worth of over the counter drugs that did not meet safety requirements. Products among them Advil, NyQuil, Cherry Cold, and Flu Liquid, children's medicine, Vicks Vapor Rub, was stored in extreme temperatures that labels explicitly stated would alter the drug's effectiveness, right? According to the lawsuit. Despite the scrutiny and the FDA's warnings, Family Dollar's failures to control temperatures in its facilities have continued unabated. Since at least May the 1st of 2022, Family Dollar has knowingly, routinely, and unlawfully sold temperature requirements that were out labeled and outside, that were sold outside and labeled temperature requirements. The distribution and sale of these adult-rated products to millions of unexpected customers covers almost all the states in the continuous United States, the lawsuit said. Wow. And we take NyQuil, the flu liquid, not so much, but we do have children Vicks Vapor Rub and Advil. Now, this is from the lawsuit states that the FDC has certain requirements for the storage of drugs, and once those requirements are not met, the drugs can be rendered ineffective or risky due to a change in chemical exposure or a decrease in strength. Parties involved in the lawsuit includes plaintiffs out of Florida and Georgia. Dollar Tree is also listed as a defendant in the lawsuit. Dollar Tree acquired Family Dollar in 2015 for 8.5 billion according to the lawsuit. Dollar Tree is based in Virginia. Again, guys, those are uh, Advil, NyQuil, Cherry Cold, and Flu Liquid. Children's medicine, Vicks Vapor Rub was stored at extreme temperatures that can alter the drug's effectiveness, according to this lawsuit. And that's Florida and Georgia. Now let's talk about this huge recall, this huge recall on this meat. And we consume this stuff all the time. We go out to eat. Now we bring it in our homes, and now you're saying this in the restaurant. This is too much. This would make you want to go start and just do your garden in the backyard, get your chicken or two, go get your farm or something, because this is ridiculous. This one is a huge recall, includes 93,000 pounds of meat shipped to restaurants. And this was a day ago. Another recall has been issued, and this time for more than 93,000 pounds of raw meat that was distributed to restaurants across 3 states. This new recall comes out on the heels of a massive dairy recall that is still ongoing for possible listeria contamination. That outbreak is linked to a large recall of queso fresca, cottage cheese, and other Rizzo Lopez Foods dairy products. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued a food safety alert regarding the outbreak, saying that Rizzo Lopez Foods has recalled all cheeses and dairy products made in its facility. 26 people from 11 states were reportedly infected with an outbreak of listeria, and another 23 have been hospitalized because of it, according to the CDC. There has also been 2 reported deaths, which occurred in California and Texas. Now, another recall has been issued, and it has people concerned. Details of the new recall. The recall is for 277,000 pounds of raw meat products that may be contaminated with non-food grade mineral seal oil, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service. I didn't know this, guys, but I just read it now. Like I said, I want to give you guys the news when it happens. I might come on here later with this one. This one is a Coca-Cola announces a big soda recall as well. That's it, related news. But back to this meat, okay? The various items would encompass several different kinds and weights of meat were produced from November the 26th, 2023 through February the 16th, 2024 by MF Meats of Falconer, New York, according to the USDA. The products bear the establishment number EST 569, issued the USDA mark of inspection. These products were shipped to restaurants in New York, Iowa, and Pennsylvania. The USDA recall said the problem was discovered after the company received complaints from 4 restaurants that the meat has a chemical taste. The company investigated and said its mineral oil supplier sent them a drum of non-food grade mineral seal oil labeled as food grade mineral oil. The non-food grade oil was applied to food contact surfaces, making it a contaminated substance. The SIS said that there has been no reports of adverse reactions from eating the contaminated meat, but the recall is being issued because the food is not considered safe for consumption. What to do? Restaurants who have brought the meat are urged not to serve them per the FSIS and need to throw the items away or return them for a refund. Consumers with questions about the recall can contact MF Meats President Doug Nickers by calling 716 483 4050 or by emailing info@mfmeats.com. Again, that's calling 716 483 4050 or by emailing info@mfmeats.com. If you think you have gotten sick from consuming the contaminated meat included in this recall, you should seek medical attention and make a report so that the FSIS can track any adverse reactions consumers may be experiencing due to this contamination. Okay, guys. Again, this is very serious for me because my husband is a diabetic, and the only reason that he's able to play with the grandkids, walk outside, even the heat affects his body. Okay. We went to a dinner with some of his co-workers and we couldn't stay long because he was sitting in the sun. And by the time we got inside the restaurant, his body was just like, mm-mm. So by him being a diabetic, it is very important for this household to pay attention to what we're putting into our bodies. So I hope that you guys are safe out there, that you are, checking again, like the salmon, if it's a thin line, that it's fresh, real salmon. If it's a thick line, that means that it's, and farm raised. So as always, be bold, be beautiful, be blessed. I will be on here later this afternoon to talk about this Trump thing and to also bring you guys information about vitamin D. Taking too much of it, not apparently, because this is very sad news. Again, I will be talking about this later on. A man was killed by vitamin D supplements he'd been taking for months. A coroner said the risk of taking too much were made clear. So again, guys, it's important to know what you're putting in your body. It's affecting people, especially if you have a weak immune system, if you have heart problems, kidney problems, report things to your doctors. And for you young people out there, please, 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 at least once a year, go see a dentist, go see a doctor and get a health checkup, because you don't know what's on your father's side or your mother's side that could affect you in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s. And you don't want to be caught up not knowing how to take better care of yourself. That self-care is important, okay? It's important. So you guys take care, and I will see you soon. Again, I will be talking about this vitamin D that has wasn't made clear, and he overdosed from it, as well as this thing that's going on with Trump. So you guys take care.